go. Yo, what is going on, guys? Hutcho322 here, and today we have the ASL Season 5 Finals, and today with me during the live comm is...
Sup with it, guys? I'm, of course, Excellent Name.
Yeah, and we have the ASL Season 5 Finals live, so we have the number 4 Slow Bohemians taking on the number 6 Arcane Arcanines. And yeah, this battle is going to be beginning shortly. These teams have fought their way to the playoff bracket to get here. And yeah, what do you think of the team matchups at first glance?
I think Ian overall will have the advantage both with the team and the fact that he is going to be going in having given less information. He did, of course, bring all of his tier Cs into the game in regular season to not give away anything. Looking at the matchup, Garchomp definitely looks like it can be quite the menace, and TJ looks like he's going to have a lot of difficulty breaking the Finny. So that's definitely going to be very advantageous for Ian. But of course, a potential offensive Mew could come out, and especially with web support, that's definitely looks like it could be very threatening if Mega Sizzle gets weakened enough.
Yeah, this is pretty much a blank game going into it because Ian didn't try in his week 13, so that's definitely going to be very advantageous, and they could bring fresh prep to this. So we'll go ahead and give them the go ahead. And yeah, we'll be starting this out. And yeah, I do think at first glance, Ian has an advantage, but I see that Raibombi putting in a tremendous amount of work. If Magmortar goes down, that thing just is going to rip through Ian's team. If Mega Scizor, it has to take an HP fire early, and that's going to be a great breaker for TJ's side. And who knows, maybe Magmortar will do some belly jump shenanigans again.
Yeah, I don't think Belly Drum will be great versus TJ in this
I
matchup,
don't
but
either.
obviously TJ leading quite well here with the Moltres. Bit surprising. I probably wouldn't have led Moltres in this matchup because I don't think it leads particularly well against the likely leads of Garchomp or Uxie even, because it just lets rocks go up or Harrow go up. But he got the right predicts there.
Alright, so early momentum. We might see what type of Savali that is, if it's a dark Savali. I can't imagine it being a Savali dark, but we might figure that out sooner than later.
Yeah, I
Could,
don't really see great ways of him breaking this Uxie, but obviously he's going to be able to chip it down pretty quickly. I imagine he'll probably be likely to want to go into a Bombi and maybe get up the webs or start putting on some pressure with Clipper.
yeah, right now, just early win conditions, so to speak. I would say Raibombi is there. It just destroys a lot of Ian's team. And we'll see if that Megmortar is able to take it on, or if Ian will crumble to the Moonblast and Bug Buzz pressure. But
Komo also going to be another sleeper good pick. Once again, if he gets enough chip on
yeah.
Tapu Fini, a special one will do well. But we see Savali Electric coming out here. That's definitely an interesting choice. Clearly worried about the Tapu Fini, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely gonna be looking to struggle against Garchomp here because if rocks go up, he doesn't really have that many solid switch-ins. Donphan is not going to want to take two Earthquakes at all. And obviously, Moltres taking 50%, that's going to die to a Dragon Claw and Outrage. So he doesn't really have all that many great switch-ins because Rabombi is so frail.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that he didn't go Silvally Grass because when talking about killing the Finny, it accomplishes pretty much the same thing, but it provides an even better switch in, and it allows him to swap into the Garchomp. So that's interesting. He might have a reasoning for that, and we'll figure it out soon.
Yeah, I guess it does take on the Mega Sizzle better as well,
Yeah, that's
being
true.
Savali Electric. But yeah, Garchomp's such a big threat to the team. I guess it must be defensive Mew then because offensive Mew just wouldn't really make sense with this kind of build,
Yeah, his
which is
team is looking
interesting
really
to see.
offensive.
Between, I don't think Rabombi's are necessarily gonna have longevity in this game without having the offensive backup from the Mew. But we'll see how that goes with the Komodo potentially.
Yeah, Raibombi has a lot of potential to do a lot, but if rocks go up and it's, say, Life Orb, it's going to have a lot of trouble breaking its team for a long time. It's kind of just going to get a couple hits in and die. So TJ's got to be cautious of that.
Yeah. What do you expect to come in here?
Um, I would say the safe play is going into Chestnut. The risky play is going into Garchomp because you could always have the Ice Beam, or he could just straight parting shot out. So this thing does pressure Ian's team pretty nicely because it's gonna be the Thunderbolt pressure and then the Ice Beam pressure. But okay, so he's gonna go Garchomp and TJ goes for the
That's
Thunderbolt.
extremely surprising. And he goes for the Thunderbolt. That was a very questionable play. Thunderbolt didn't really accomplish much there because realistically, what was Ian going to switch into?
Yeah,
Like,
he really
you're not
wasn't
going to
gonna
go
go Finny.
Finny on the Savali Electric, and Thunderbolt chip is nice on Uxie, but he had very little reason to stay in there when it's so important for the Kommo-o. So yeah, I'm not really sure why he would Thunderbolt here. I definitely would have expected the parting shot,
Yeah,
just to scout out what Ian's primary swap-ins were.
yeah,
Ice Beam would have been a riskier play, but honestly didn't lose too much if he went into something like Scizor or Chestnut. So definitely not really sure about his reasoning for the Thunderbolt.
yeah. Ice Beam was the risky play and parting shot was the safe play. I didn't think Thunderbolt was gonna be coming out there, but I don't know. Maybe he thought that Ian was gonna think that Ice Beam was coming out. We don't know. But Garchomp is looking very, very threatening at this point. We'll see if Moltres is actually built to take that on, because that might be a bulkier Moltres. Oh, he's gonna double to Uxie. How comes
Yeah,
the
I agree with that
Donphin?
play.
Yeah, for
He's going
sure.
to want to get up box, and he knows that TJ's likely want to switch out here. The Don Fan also is a good swap into the Garchomp in a pinch, but realistically, it only wants to swap in once, maybe twice if you think you can scare out the it out with Ice Shard. But we're going to see rocks go up here, so that means Moltres is not going to swap into that Garchomp, so he definitely has to rely on the Don Fan and hopefully get a spin off.
Yeah, Mega Scizor is looking a lot better now that that Moltres is pressured so much. So that's definitely gonna help Ian out a lot. Because once the Moltres goes down, Mega Scizor puts in a lot of work.
Yeah. It's interesting to see the Magmortar come through because, as we're seeing here, it's going to give the Kommo-o a nice opportunity to come in. And Ian does have the Tapu Fini that will have to have a 50-50 for the berry between the Lacan and the Kiva for the Gigavolt or the Poison Jab Z. So that's not really a great answer to it necessarily. So I
Hmm.
guess Scarf Chomp can revenge it, but it is likely that Kommo-o can get a kill here, depending on its set. So Magmortar letting up that momentum for the Kommo-o is a little bit interesting as well. I expect to potentially see a Wisp come out from Ian to try to levy that a little bit.
Yeah, this is definitely not the situation that Ian wants to be in. I mean, we've seen so many coaches this season get destroyed by Kommo-o, whether it be setup or just straight wall breaking. And it's going to set up a belly drum. Oh no.
Ooh, but the Psychic
Oh.
not going to be enough at all. That's very close. This Kommo-o is only going to get one kill though,
Yeah.
because it isn't Selic Berry, so it's not going to be outspeeding even a regular Chomp. And obviously, if it's not bulletproof, then Sizzle could revenge. He
Nah.
should be bulletproof though, so
Bullet Punch doesn't go through bulletproof, actually.
I said if he's not bulletproof. But yeah, um, we've seen him forget to click bulletproof ability before, and he's been soundproof for no known reason. So obviously, Ian's not going to want to rely on that. He'll probably just want to revenge with Garchomp, but it'll be interesting to see what he chooses to sack here, because obviously with the Kommo-o down, Magmortar is going to be doing a lot more work, especially because it'll probably carry Thunderbolt for Moltres. So I don't think he'll want to sack this necessarily. I imagine the sack would probably be something like Chestnut.
Yeah, that looks like to put in the least amount of work at this point because, yeah, Magmortar is really important to be able to check the right Bombi effectively, and it can swap into the Moltres, I'd imagine. But yeah, Ian bringing the Psychic is gonna really come in clutch now because yeah, even if he has bulletproof, Bullet Punch actually goes through it. So the Mega Scizor should be fine to revenge it,
Yeah.
regardless.
That Spadef drop is actually going to be really crucial because there is potential that he is Z Belly Drum and that he is going to Belly Drum up and then heal back up with Z Belly Drum. That's the kind of crazy stuff that TJ would bring. and it does look like it could have worked in this matchup, but obviously the Spadef drop means that he's not going to really be able to take another Psychic if he does that. So that wouldn't really be a worthwhile option for him right now. Not saying that he is necessarily Z Belly Drum, we'll have to see. But if he is, then that Spadef drop's going to be a lot more crucial than it looks.
Yeah, that's really the only scenario where it matters, though, which we'll see.
Yeah.
I would figure with TJ of how he sets up, he generally just brings a Z move each week with that setup. So he's probably, like you said, Electrium or Poisonium for the Tapu Fini. But I don't think we're going to get to see that in this matchup. Unless he goes for it right now. Oh, he goes to the Uxie.
So Uxie comes out for the sack, and we see a Drain Punch, which also makes sense for the healing. And now I imagine we'll see the Garchomp to Revenge Kill. Very little reason not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that crit does definitely suck. If the Uxie was fast, it would have been able to Revenge Kill without losing any Pokemon. But in comes the Finny. That's interesting. I guess it must be max speed then.
Yeah, I don't think TJ was willing to risk it either.
Yeah.
That looked like it did a good chunk.
Sure why. Yeah. This definitely looks to be offensive, Finny, I would say.
Yeah.
But the Como, I'm not sure the Como is really going to get many opportunities to do much else now.
Nah, it can't set up another Belly Drum like you said unless it is Z Belly Drum.
Yeah, I could see the Z Belly Drum coming out, but even then you already have to fear the Finny being fast now, which is revealed to be rather offensive. And getting rid of the Chomp's definitely going to be difficult at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Very few ways for TJ to really pressure the Chomp to come in, I would say. He's just got Magmortar to come in on all this kind of stuff. Seems to be Assault Vest, I would think.
Yeah, but Scarfini is actually my favorite way to use Tapu Fini, so that might be what Ian is going for here. Entirely possible, and that looked to be offensive to me. You know,
over again.
It depends.
I could see that being quite the solid win con.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. But this Magmortar looks to be very, very
that
special.
That flamethrower did a lot of damage though.
Yeah, it looks to be just bulky offensive, I would imagine. Like max HP, max special attack, or something like that. Unless the Mew is offensive. Which, like we've said earlier, it probably isn't. It's probably more a defensive build.
It's going to be interesting to see what plays come out here. I imagine that the Mew feels like it's going to be forced to roost here if it wants to keep healthy. It might be defog for the Moltres, but if the Magmortar decides to stay in Flamethrower, then Mew's going to be in a really tough situation there. Because I think this Magmortar will likely outspeed.
Especially Flame Charge. Flame Charge could be interesting.
Flame Charge could be very interesting, yeah.
Because that'll guarantee outspeeding.
He has shown to really love his Flame Charge set. It did win him his last game of playoffs as well as quite a few games in regular season. So definitely would not be surprised in the least bit to see Flame Charge here.
Yeah, Magmortar has been the unsung hero of this team, and it's put in quite a lot of work. Yeah, Ian has really been able to use this thing to perfection. But TJ has a lot of Mons that are low, but Ian has not been able to capitalize on kills yet. Oh, Clear Smog. See, he was definitely thinking this is going to be a setup version of Mew, but I'm going to guess that is very, very defensive Mew.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see why he would have thought it was setup Mew, because looking at Savali Electric, what else is he really going to be using to check the Garchomp? Donphan is not going to be good enough for that in the long term, and I don't think TJ would ever want to be that weak to Garchomp. So yeah. I'm not really sure about the thought process there, but I understand that it was probably the safer play to go for anyway. That being said, Flamethrower would have claimed him a kill there.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for sure.
And I'm pretty sure...
Actually, he was slower. His Magmortar was slower.
Yeah, true.
So it wouldn't have claimed a kill. But now we know that it's probably max HP, max special attack.
Yeah. Garchomp switching is definitely very questionable. And he goes Sizzle afterwards. That's very interesting. The Mew could have very easily Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp would have been his play versus the Garchomp as well
Yeah.
as versus Sizzle. So I have no idea why he went into that then. I would have expected this to come out straight out of the Magmortar while Mitzi Terrain was still up. But TJ does not capitalize on this situation. I'm not sure why he's Psychicked either. I guess he doesn't pack coverage for the Chomp or Will-O-Wisp. Or maybe he was expecting Finny to come in.
Yeah, Ian was definitely scouting for the Ice Beam there. I just don't think he went the best way about things.
Yeah, Finny seems like a much better play there. There's nothing that the Mew could have done after revealing its set that would have really threatened the Finny.
Or even Garchomp back to Magmortar. That still accomplishes the same thing as Finny would. But he goes to the
Yeah,
Magmortar
and
now.
he just seems to want to give Chip away. Once again, scouting for the flamethrower, but once again, Finny caught all of these plays. I'm not sure why he wasn't just going Finny instead.
Yeah, he must want to save that Finny pretty badly. Oh, big crit.
That's honestly, that's not going to matter too much because he's just going to be able to software it off. But he goes for the Psychic instead, just wanting to get
Oh.
it killed. This might put it in range of a Z. I expect the Garchomp to be Scarf, but if the Finny Scarf instead, then this could definitely be Z as well. So Z would claim a kill here if he's like ground him. TJ can make the 50-50 between the Ribombee and the Moltres if he wants, but he decides to just sack it. Black Hole Eclipse, very interesting. I would have thought that would have killed at the range that it came in on. Maybe he had miscalced or something, which is why he went into the Garchomp and then switched out scared.
Yeah, so he definitely has the crunch. That's 100% certain now.
Yeah.
But he gets rid of a huge defensive wall, and Garchomp is looking scarier and scarier by every single kill.
But that being said, Donphan's looking actually quite threatening as well.
Yeah.
He just wants to get Chip off with the Earthquake.
Fair play.
And that's a lot of shit. That shows that what I was talking about, Donphan is not a good swap into this. I definitely respect the Rocks play. I probably would have swapped out Garchomp because it's pretty important this game. But he makes the read and goes for the Earthquake here. I imagine he'll swap out now though, as he does into the Scizor.
Yeah, I mean, that was a solid play by Ian. He knows he's got to chip down this Donphan, because once Donphan is gone, then Garchomp quite literally wins the game as long as Ribombe's dealt with. So he's putting himself in a spot to win with the Chomp at this point.
Chomp actually just pretty much wins now. Not really now, but it gets a kill whenever it comes in now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Moltres and Ribombee can still play the 50-50 game with it, but that's not going to be super consistent if he gets rocks. Oh no, never mind. He can't get rocks up because Yuxi's dead. Forgot about that.
Ribombee is terrifying now, though, because the Magmortar dies to rocks.
Just to chip down the Ribombee so he can always go for the Dragon play.
Yeah, this game is going to be coming down to how much Garchomp destroys TJ and how much Ribombee destroys Ian. I would imagine Ian probably goes Chestnut.
Yeah, I agree 100%. He's already shown that he doesn't want to risk any chip on the Finny. So Chestnut definitely seems like the logical play, especially as it isn't super significant. And if he does go Chestnut, I would not be surprised in the least bit to see him click Rock Tomb immediately, just to scare any Moltres potential swap-ins and get a lot of chip on that. But he does go Finny.
Huh. Yeah, that's an offensive Finny.
I'm not sure why he's playing the Finny the way he is. I'm not sure why he wouldn't have gone Finny on the Mew to scout moves instead of swapping between Magmortar and Scizor. But swap it into the Earthquake from Donphan because that did a lot of damage to it. He's not going to be able to swap into that Donphan again. And it's leftovers too, so this Savali doesn't need a Fierce Scarf, but it is slower.
Yeah, that's max speed Finny right there.
I assume he must have couched to find out what its set was.
Oof. All right.
Yeah, this Ribombee's looking threatening. He definitely wants to break a potential sash here, because otherwise the Sizzle's not going to be able to kill it with a Bullet Punch.
Yeah.
And now I expect Magmortar sack. Yep, that's what comes out.
Then the scissor,
Would have
which
been pretty crazy to see a roost come out from TJ. That's something that I would have expected him to go for on the obvious Magmortar sack.
TJ
But
wins. This is Babiri.
yeah,
It's over if this
possibly.
is Babiri.
Unless Garchomp is no, not even then.
Yeah. Ian better hope that this thing isn't Babiri or this thing wins.
I feel like it would be Babiri in this matchup. Like there's, oh, he doesn't even go for the
He
bullet
doesn't
punch.
bullet punch.
That was such a bad play, honestly.
Does he not have it? It's a Mega
I
Scissor.
doubt that. I think he's been showing off. Yeah, he's been playing super aggressively this entire game, and TJ's definitely catching on to that. Like, I
Wow.
don't, yeah, I don't know what. Okay, so it was Babiri, and
Oh,
apparently it
okay.
was a goal, to kill with the bullet punch. But even so, when would TJ have gotten a better chance than this? Like, there's not really much of a reason for him to swerve out on the Mega Scissor,
Right.
because
Your health
like the
is only
Rabombi
going
is
to go
not going to
down.
be, yeah, Rabombi's not going to get another shot, and it's not going to be doing too much.
Wow,
But
that's gonna cost Ian heavily.
yeah, I think that's the game wrapped up for him. I have no idea why he made that play.
He had no reason to.
Even the
Like,
Moltres lock-in wasn't going to be too detrimental for him.
nah, I mean, you just sack your Chestnut and your Garchomp puts in work all the time.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
I think how the game ended up being played, though, I think TJ ended up with more sacks. Garchomp got a kill every time it came in, but Rabombi also got a kill every time that came in. So looking at the numbers,
Yeah.
well, maybe. It depends on what the Moltres did as well.
I don't think he played around the Mew correctly. He let it chip down his Magmortar
Yeah.
so much, and like I said, Magmortar was gonna have to check this thing, and Ian's gonna pay costly because he was not able to keep that thing healthy.
Yeah, I don't understand how Ian played this game. I was not a fan at all of it. And then he's just like presuming that Chestnut doesn't live, which it doesn't. But probably would have gone into that first anyway. But yeah, that's the game. TJ is our champion for season 5. Congratulations to TJ.
Yeah, congrats, TJ. Great season. Had the kill leader and have the trophy, so not bad. Ian, you had a great season as well. It's just that bullet punch play is something you're gonna not want. You're not gonna want to look back on it, but you're gonna look back on it anyways. Trust me, I've lost finals in my time. You look back on games, but yeah, both coaches had tremendous seasons. This is the first time Ian has made it past the first round of the playoffs. This is the first time that TJ has been to the playoffs. So yeah, it was a good refreshing playoff to see some new faces in it. And yeah, again, TJ is our season 5 champion. Any other thoughts other than the stuff that we've discussed?
No, I didn't hear what was discussed, but I'm going to assume that you pretty much covered it all anyway. You're cutting out classic Aussie internet, but yeah, definitely super well done to both of these coaches. They both had very strong seasons and definitely very solidly played a game, especially by TJ, who was able to take it like with the Rabombi, like he said he likely would. So great job to both coaches on a great season.
Yeah, congrats, guys. And thank you guys all for watching. We will see you guys for the draft, which is
So
going to
I
be in
think that wraps
about.
it up, guys.
Yeah, the draft is in like 5 weeks for ASL Season 6. I don't know. We'll put out a video for it. But yeah, the consolation bracket game should be uploaded tomorrow probably. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching and goodbye.